Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 9th. So students, in the previous video we have started reading with us chapter 1 from the book Moments. The name of the chapter is The Lost Child, and in this story we were reading about one child who is there in a fair along with his parents, and he is a very small boy and he is very much fascinated, he is very much captivated by so many things that were there in the fair. Okay, and we will read more about this child in today's video. So let's continue the chapter. As they neared the village, the child could see many others footpaths full of throngs converging to the whirlpool of the fair, and felt at once repelled and fascinated by the confusion of the world he was entering. So now finally the parents and the child, now they are near the fair. So now when they neared the village, so now the child, he was able to see many other footpaths that were full of throngs. So what throngs means? Throngs means huge crowd. So it means a lot of people were there in the fair. The fair was very much crowded, a lot of big crowd was there, and they were converging to the whirlpool of the fair. So what converging means? It means to gather, or we can say gathering. And what is whirlpool? Whirlpool means we can see जो round shape होती है. Okay, so this is known as whirlpool. So whirlpool of the fair means we can see जो fair था, right, जो fair का जो ground था, that was of a circular shape. Okay, और यहाँ हर जगह अलग अलग स्टॉल्स थी, अलग अलग शॉप्स थी. सो नाउ द ग्राउंड, इट वॉज completely covered by the people, and all the people, they were moving round and round in the whirlpool of the fair and felt at once repelled. So now when the child, when he saw this entire scene, so now the child, he was repelled. Repelled means he was just driven back, and he was fascinated by the confusion of the world he was entering. So this was maybe the first experience of the child when he was in a fair, when he has seen such a huge crowd. So he was now totally confused about the world in which he was entering. He was totally confused about the world, about the fair, but at the same time he was very much fascinated, he was very much captivated, he was very much interested. A sweet meat seller hawked gulab jamun, rasgulla, burfi, jalebi at the corner of the entrance, and a crowd pressed round his counter at the foot of an architecture of many colored sweets decorated with leaves of silver and gold. So now the writer is presenting the different scenes, the different stalls that were there in the fair. So first of all, there was one sweet stall, and the seller, he was hawking, he was just shouting about the stuff. So he was shouting gulab jamun, rasgulla, burfi, jalebi. Okay, and at the corner of the entrance there was so many people, a huge crowd was there, and the crowd, it just pressed around his counter at the foot of an architecture of many colored sweet. It means you all have seen one sweet shop, right? So in one sweet shop there are so many colorful sweets. Okay, so ये जो sweet seller था, उन्होंने अपनी शॉप को किस तरह से डेकोरेट कर रखा था. He was having many colorful sweets. So उन colorful sweets का he was having one kind of architecture. It means one kind of design, or we can say one kind of pattern he was having with all the colorful sweets, and the sweets, they were decorated with the leaves of silver and gold. Like in this picture we can see जो sweets होती हैं, they are decorated with this kind of silver or golden paper. So all the sweets, they were decorated with silver and golden leaves, and the sweet seller, he was having one architecture of many colorful sweets. Okay, so this kind of sweet shop was there. The child stared open-eyed, and his mouth watered for the burfi that was his favorite sweet. So when this child, when he saw that sweet shop, so now he was staring towards the shop, he was looking towards the shop, how open-eyed, and his mouth was full of water because he wanted to have the sweets, and especially he wanted to have the burfi that was his favorite sweet. I want that burfi, he slowly murmured. So he wanted to have the burfi, so he murmured, he spoke in a very low voice and he said, I want that Buffy. But he half knew as he begged that his plea would not be heeded because his parents would say he was greedy. So he requested for the Buffy, but at the same time he was aware with this thing that his plea, or we can say his request, it would not be heeded, it would not be noticed, because his parents, they will just refuse and they would say that he is very greedy. So this child, he was having this is experience earlier also, that whenever he demanded for something, whenever he requested for something, then each and every time his parents, they just refused. Okay, so this time also the child, he was requesting for the Burfi, but he knew that his parents, they would not notice towards his request. So without waiting for an answer, he moved on. So he requested for the Burfi, but he did not wait for the answer, he did not wait for his parents reaction, and he just moved on because he was very much aware, he knew what his parents reaction would be. A flower seller hogged. So now next there was one flower seller and he was selling some flowers, some garland. So he was shouting like, a garland of Gulmohar, a garland of Gulmohar. So Gulmohar is a kind of flower. So he was selling garlands of Gulmohar. The child seemed irresistibly drawn. So when this child, when he saw that flower shop that is there, so this child was completely drawn. Irresistibly means it means in a very powerful manner. He was very much fascinated towards the flower shop. He went towards the basket where the flowers lay, heaved and half murmured, I want that garlands. On this picture we can see this is a person who is selling flowers and garlands. So he is having so many colorful garlands. So he was having Gulmohar garland also, and all the flowers, they were heaped in one of the basket. So this child, he went towards the basket where all the flowers were there, and then one more time he just murmured that I want that garland. But he well knew his parents would refuse to buy him those flowers because they would say that they were cheap. But this time also he was very much aware with this thing that his parents, they would refuse to buy him, and this time what excuse they will give, they will say that these flowers, they are very cheap, it means they are not of good quality. Okay, so he knew his parents very well, and earlier when he was having the request for the Burfi, at that time also he knew his parents excuse that they will say that he is very much greedy. And this time when he was requesting for the flowers, so he was also very much aware this time also about his parents excuse that they will say that these flowers are very cheap, they are of very low quality. So without waiting for an answer, he moved on. So this time also he requested, but he didn't wait for the reply, he didn't wait for his parents answer, and he just moved on. A man stood holding a pole with a yellow, red, green and purple balloons flying from it. Next there was one man and he was having one pole with him, and he was having many colorful flowers like yellow, red, green and purple color. Like in this picture we can see he is a balloon seller and he is having a pole, and this pole is full with colorful balloons. So this kind of balloon seller was there in the fair. The child was simply carried away by the rainbow glory of these silken colors, and he was filled with an overwhelming desire to possess them all. So now when this child, when this boy, when he saw that balloon sailors and the colorful balloons that he was having, so he was simply carried away by the rainbow glory, because the balloons, they were of different colors, so it was looking like a rainbow. So he was completely carried away by the rainbow glory of these silken colors, and he was filled with an overwhelming desire. Overwhelming means very strong desire, and desire of possessing them all. Possess means to have. So he just wanted to have all the balloons, he just wanted to have all the rainbow colored balloons. But he well knew his parents would never buy him the balloons because they would say he was too old to play with such toys. So this time also he was having very strong desire, he was having one overwhelming desire to possess, to have the balloons, but he was very much aware, he knew his parents reaction, and he knew that his parents would never buy him the balloons, and they would say that he was too old to play with such toys. Okay, so this time he knew that what his parents excuse accuse will be, they would say that he is not a small boy, he is old enough to play with balloons. Okay, so he walked on further. So this time also he just moved on, he just walked on further. A snake charmer stood playing a flute to a snake which coiled itself in a basket, its head raised in a graceful bend like the neck of a swan, while the music stole into its invisible ears like the gentle rippling of an invisible waterfall. So now the next scene is presented here. So now the writer is saying next, one snake charmer was there, he was just standing and he was playing a flute to a snake which coiled itself in a basket. So let's understand the words. What coil means? Coil means to twist in a shape of coil, and I very much sure that you all have seen a snake charmer. So this is a snake charmer, he is having this particular kind of flute in his hand. So he was playing the flute, one snake was there inside the basket, and how he was having this coiled shape. Okay, so इस तरह से अपनी body को वो round and round twist करके he was inside the basket and his head was there outside the basket. So this was the shape of the snake. So he was there and its head raised in a graceful bend like the neck of a swan. Okay, so now the head of the snake, it just raised in a very graceful bend just like the neck of a swan. So I am very much sure that you all know about swan, and this is the neck of the swan. Okay, so writer is saying the head of the snake was looking very graceful just like the neck of the swan. So this was the position of that snake, while the music stole into its invisible ears like the gentle rippling of an invisible waterfall. Next the writer is saying that when that snake charmer, when he was playing the flute, when he was playing the music, so that music stole into its invisible ears just like the gentle rippling of an invisible waterfall. So what rippling means? Rippling means water wave. So here the writer is trying to say, suppose you are sitting somewhere and there is one waterfall nearby and you are not able to see that waterfall, but still you are able to hear the rippling sound, you are able to hear the sound of water waves. Okay, so you are so much fascinated, you are so much captivated towards the sound. Similarly, this snake, he was very much fascinated towards the music that was played by the snake charmer. The child went towards the snake charmer. So when this child, when this boy, when he saw the snake charmer, so he went towards the snake, he went towards the snake charmer. But knowing his parents had forbidden him to hear such coarse music as the snake charmer played, he proceeded further. So this time he just wanted to hear the music, he just wanted to enjoy the dance, the music there, but he very well knew this thing that his parents, they had forbidden him. So what forbidden means? Forbidden means to not allow something, or we can say to deny something, right? So उसके जो parents थे उन्होंने उसको मना कर रखा था, strictly मना कर रखा था not to hear such coarse music as the snake charmer played. किस बारे में? Not to hear such coarse music. Coarse means something that is not at all soothing, or we can say something that is not at all good. Okay, so his parents, they had forbidden him to hear such coarse music as the snake charmer played. So he proceeded further. So he didn't stop there, he just proceeded further. There was a roundabout in full swing. Now next thing, now there was one roundabout. So what roundabout is? Here we can see this is a roundabout, it's a kind of swing. So it was there in the fair. Men, women and children carried away in a whirling motion shrieked and cried with dizzy laughter. So this roundabout was full with all the people. They were sitting in this roundabout. They were men, women and children were also there, and they all carried away in a whirling motion. So what whirling? Whirling means in a rapid movement round and round. Okay, so this roundabout, it was moving round and round, and you know all the people that were sitting inside it, so they were also having a whirling motion. Okay, and they shrieked. Shriek means to shout, or we can say to make a high pitched sound. So all the people who were sitting, they were shouting in excitement, and they cried with dizzy laughter. So what dizzy means? Dizzy means spinning around. Okay, so जब भी हम इस तरह के swing में, roundabout में जब भी हम बैठते हैं, so we all have the same feeling, we all have that dizzy sensation. Okay, so all the people who were sitting there, they were shouting, they were having the dizzy sensation, and they were moving in a whirling motion with the roundabout. The child watched them intently and then he made a bold request. So this time this child, he saw that roundabout, he saw all the people who were sitting in the roundabout. So he watched them very intently and then he made a bold request. So we have read so many times that every time whenever he wanted to have some request, so he just murmured, he just made his request in a very low voice. But this time he made his request in a very bold voice, in a very loud voice, and he said, I want to go on the roundabout, please father, mother. So this time he made his request in a very loud voice because he was very much determined, he was very firm, he actually wanted to have this experience. So he said in a very loud voice that I want to go to the roundabout, please father, please mother. There was no reply. So when he made this request, so after that he was waiting for the reply, he was waiting for his parents' reaction, but there was no reply. He turned to look at his parents. So he just turned back to look his parents, that what is their reaction, why they are not replying. They were not there ahead of him. He turned to look on either side, right? So when he looked back to look his parents, so what he found that they were not there ahead of him. Then he turned to look on either side. They were not there. He looked behind. There was no sign of them. So now what happened? His parents were not there. He was turning on all the sides. He was looking for his parents all the side. He just turned back. He just looked on both the sides. But his parents were not there. Not a single sign was there about his parents. A full deep cry rose within his dry throat, and with a sudden jerk of his body, he ran from where he stood, crying in real fear, mother, father. Oh, so now this is something very a big twist in the story. So now this child is lost in the fear, because you know every time we have read so many times that he just left behind from his parents. So one more time, when he was very much busy looking towards all the things, towards all the stalls, so he was having no idea when he just lost his parents. Okay, so now he was all alone in that fair, the fair that was crowded, that was full with such a huge crowd, and this small boy, this small child, he was all alone. Okay, so now a full deep cry rose within his dry throat. अब उसका जो throat था, it was completely dry, because now he is very much panic, he is very much worried, he is very much tensed, and a full and deep cry was there. And with a sudden jerk of his body, now he was running from where he stood, and he was crying in real fear. He was having actually a real fear, and he was crying, he was shouting, father, mother. So now we can imagine, we can understand the fear that he was having at that time. Okay, so now he was looking for his parents, he was running from here and there, and he was just shouting for his parents like mother, father. Tears rolled down from his eyes, hot and fierce. His flushed face was convulsed with fear. So now you know he was weeping, he was crying, and there were tears in his eyes. So tears were rolling down from his eyes. His face was very hot, his face was very much fierce, right? And his flushed face, flushed means red and hot. So now he was very much worried, he was very much tensed. So his face was red, his face was hot. Okay, and he was having convulsed with fear. Convulsed means violent behavior. Okay, so he was very much feared, he was very much frightened, he was full of fear. Panic stricken, he ran to one side first, then to the other, hither and thither, to all directions, knowing not where to go. Now he is actually very much frightened, and we can understand why, because he is a small kid, he is just a small child, and the crowd was very huge. Okay, and he was not having his parents with him, so he was actually, or we can say obviously, he was panic stricken, and he was running to one side first looking for his parents, then to the other side, hither and thither means here and there. He was running in all the directions, knowing not where to go, and he was not having a single idea that which direction he should go to find for his parents. Mother, father, he wailed, and he was just crying, he was just shouting like mother, father, and he was running from here and there, he was running to all the directions. his yellow turban came untied and his clothes became muddy. So now he was having one yellow turban. So now when he was running so carelessly here and there, so the yellow turban that he was having, now it came untied, and now all his clothes that he was wearing, now they become muddy. Okay. Having run to and fro in a race of running from a while, he stood defeated, his cries suppressed into sobs. So now बहुत time हो चुका था when he was looking for his parents. So now having run to and fro in a race of running for a while, race means anger. Okay, so now he was looking for his parents for a very long time, but all his efforts they were in vain. He was unable to find his parents. So now he stood defeated, his cries suppressed into sobs. So earlier he was crying, he was shouting, he was weeping loudly, but now all his cries they suppressed into sobs. Okay, at little distances on the green grass he could see through his filmy eyes men and women talking. So now he was standing on one place and he was sobbing, right? And at little distances on green grass he was able to see through his filmy eyes. So now he was having filmy eyes. So what filmy eyes means? Filmy eyes means eyes that are misty, or we can say hazy. So we have read earlier that he was weeping, he was crying for a very long time. So because of the tears his eyes were filmy, or we can say his eyes were misty. So he was unable to see clearly through those misty eyes. But there were some men and women who were talking. So now he was looking towards those men and women with the help of his filmy eyes, with the help of his misty eyes, with the help of his eyes that were full of tears. He tried to look intently among the patches of bright yellow clothes, but there was no sign of his father and mother among these people who seemed to laugh and talk just for the sake of laughing and talking. So now this is small boy, this is small child, he is very much frightened, he is full of fear. He just wanted to have only one thing, he just wanted to have his parents back. So now he was trying to look intently among the patches of bright yellow clothes. So what patches means? Patch means parts. Okay, so all the people who were there, so mostly of them were having yellow color clothes. Okay, so now he was looking among the patches of bright yellow clothes, but there was no sign of his father and mother among these people. So there was a group of people who were standing there, who were talking. So he was looking to find his parents, but he was unable to have a single clue, a single sign of his parents there, who seemed to laugh and talk. And all the people who were standing there, who were laughing, who were talking, so for this child they were laughing and talking just for the sake of laughing and talking. So now this child, now he is having no interest in the fair, now he is having no interest in balloons, or we can say sweets or toys, because now in this moment he just wanted to have his parents back. Now he is have only one desire, now he is having only one wish, and that wish he just wanted to reunite, he just wanted to have his parents back, he just wanted to have that reunion with his parents. So now he just lost all his interest in the fair, and all the women, all the people who were there in the fair, who were laughing, who were talking, who were enjoying the fair, but for the child, they were laughing just for the sake of laugh. Actually for this child, all the people who were there, वो भी उस फेयर को enjoy नहीं कर रहे हैं, but वो हंस रहे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं, just for the sake of laugh and talk. Okay, so now this was the feeling that this child is having, and now we can understand his feeling, how much he is frightened, how much he is full of fear, he is very much worried, he is very much tensed. Okay, so now what will happen next? Will that reunion of this child with his parents, will it be there? We will come to know when we will continue the chapter. So see you in the next video. Thank you.